So here's all the parts that come with this S&B kit for my 6.4 Super Duty 2008 F250. Gonna be installing it, and I'll show you guys how I do it. So in case you get one, make it a little bit easier. All right, stay tuned. Here's the beforehand on the exhaust note with the stock OEM filter. Use an 8mm wrench to disconnect your negative terminal. Unclip. There's a clip in the front and one in the back. Just take those off. Here. Top should come right off. Then you want to pull out your air filter. The OEM one, look at that thing. Nasty, dirty. Nothing can get through it. You want to disconnect your MAF sensor, pull this little red tab, should slide right back. Push down, just wiggle it, come right off. Next, you want to see your check valve here. You want to disconnect the connection from it. Just pull up on it, wiggle it, it should come out pretty easy. Where the clip, the MAF sensor clip hooks to the intake, you want to just wiggle it, should come off pretty easy. If not, use a screwdriver or your thumb, just pry it off so that's not attached. Alright, this front turbo has this little inlet that runs to it. Should be able to see. I'm just putting it on there on the, if you can see it. Just loosen that up. Line power tools are quicker, speed things up a little bit if you got them. Use them. If not, use what you got. But basically, just loosen that and park under a shady spot. You don't want stuff falling in the intake, but park in a spot where you're not going to be working in the heat. You know, use your brain. Work smarter, not harder. All right, it says you want to pull up here, get this thing loose. It's pretty hard. It's got a couple grommets under it. Got to pull up on it. It's got a little pipe that connects. You just got to unhook that. When you start pulling it, it'll pop up. All right, you got this crankcase vent hose that runs right to the intake. It's got a little crazy pinchy top. You don't want to mess with that. It's got a little spot where it hooks together. You just put your flathead screwdriver in there, tap it a couple times, twist it, push down, that thing will come right off. You discard this, bye-bye. Pull your crankcase vent hose off, get it up out of the way, then you're good to go. Alright, you're ready to pull it out. You got a couple wires, just kind of wiggle it around them. Lift up on it, it should come right off. Wiggle the inlet a little bit. And then just pull on it. You got the hose off. Let's see, get a better look. Okay, it's a tight little fit, so there you go. Wiggle it off. You get your turbo, your pipe's off. Everything's as it should be. Alright, and you're ready to pull it out. We don't need this anymore. slowing us down. Maybe this thing will be able to breathe now and not have to change the air filter every 10 minutes. What's nice about this S&B air filter is that it's got a cleanable intake filter on it. You can clean it, add oil, and reuse the same filter. You don't have to keep paying hundreds of dollars for the OEM restricting filter. See, you got plenty of room now. Lots of room to play. Alright, now what you want to do is take off your check valve. Just wiggle it. And the grommet. Looks like I might need a new grommet. This one's got a little bit of a tear in it. It's got a good sized tear in it. I'm just checking the turbo. I don't see any shaft play. It spins pretty good. Let's see if you can see it. Yep. Alright, it says you put these two together. You got this piece and your cone filter. It just slides right on, and you already have the hose ring on it, which is nice. Hose clamp. Alright, and then just tighten that down. I just put the old check valve, the OEM check valve, and the little grommet, the rubber grommet. You're going to put that on there. And then just put that in the new piece. There's a hole right for it. Everything's so nice and put together on this. There's some sturdy ABS from S&B. They did a really good job showing me the directions. I'm just trying to help make it easier if somebody doesn't want to read the directions, which I suggest you should always read the directions. But the filter's nice. It comes pre-oiled from S&B. So when you clean it, you need to, there's a specific type of, let's see, this is a specific type of oil that you need to order directly from S&B. They suggest you use it, not any other. It's the S&B's cleaning kit, 88-0008. So pick yourself up some of that. Alright, I was stressing there for a minute. I don't have the special little tool for the MAF sensor to come off. Out of all the millions of toolkits that I have, for whatever reason I don't have it. I was like, great, my truck's apart, now I gotta go to the store. I said, let me check the box one more time in case they have left me a tool, and they did. Tool comes with it. So don't freak out like I did. Okay, the OEM MAF sensor is on the new housing. You got the little rubber grommet that comes with it. Use that. Use your OEM screws unless you have a 09 or older model. Then use the supplied screws that come with it. Do not over tighten these. I just tighten them. You can tell when it starts to bend too much. You don't want to go too deep with it. Just make sure it's nice and snug. All right, I got this little intake elbow. Put this little rubber coupler on it. Put these two hose clamps on it. They're real tight. You barely have any excess. So just push this thing down. They'll pop on. Now make sure when you're placing the grommets or placing the hose clamps, you want to make sure that you'll be able to tighten them. You kind of see how the mock setup goes, where you set it here, that's where it's going to go. It's going to tie back into your crankcase. You want to make it so you can tighten these pretty easily. So make sure your screw heads are pointing towards you know what I'm saying? Alright, I just put it back in, hooked it up on it, it's loose. Take your crankcase hose, make sure it's not pinched. Just keep it on there loose for now so you'll be able to adjust it a little. Push this plug in the air box if you are worried about engine heat or extra dirt getting in there, getting a dirty filter. Like mine's a work truck, so I'm going to put it in it. Keep the majority of the dirt out, but you can take it out if you're just driving it on the street and not worried about that. Better airflow. Alright, just wiggle your new box down in. I'm in a hot air condition, so I run the hose in. If you're in a cold air environment, you got a plug for it. This is the factory one from the original equipment. And then you got your box, and there's like 3 little plugs that go into the grommets that are already there. I guess I read that wrong. It says OEM hot air into a little plug they got in there for warm conditions. Let's see, where is it at? Yeah. Yeah, OE hot air into plug for warm weather. That's what I got. I'm in Florida, so. Or you put it in the hole for cold air. Cold weather, I guess, to get it coming in. However, alright, tighten all your hose clamps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Still a little bit loose, so you can screw in these screws up here at the front once you put that glass plate on here. Alright, final product. Screw your glass plate on, your whatever plexiglass. You got to peel the strips off. It's kind of a pain to get the little pieces off in there. Make sure everything's tight. Hook back up your check sensor valve. You got your MAF sensor, make sure you lock it. Check all your connections one more time. Your crankcase, your turbo, elbows, your connection elbow. Make sure everything's set and you're all set to go. Make sure to hook your negative cable back up, and that's it. That's the new intake. It looks real nice. Hopefully it works as nice as it looks. It's the old stuff. Let me set this up so you can hear if there's any difference. Let's see. There we go. Let's try this. Working pretty good. Your check valve, whenever it gets too much vacuum, you can push that to reset it. Let's set it up here. See if I can get something. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and hope it helps you.